This is a very special occasion because we are here to celebrate and to honor everyone who has been involved in launching and sustaining and creating this very special, I would say, memory and tradition in Wheaton, which is the Wheaton Arts Parade. And just a little bit of background. So Wheaton, it is an arts and entertainment district. And as we started to deliberate on the Wheaton Revitalization Project, one of the elements we wanted to make sure we incorporated was this notion of course, the public art that is right now in display at the Marian Friar Plaza. And in addition to that, we wanted to make sure that Wheaton was a priority when it came to arts and humanities. And so this particular parade has just really, I think, sparked this extraordinary tradition in Wheaton. And there will be some news pretty soon, I think, regarding the progression of the arts, of the Wheaton Arts and Cultural Center, which is a really important facility, amenity that I think will cement this area as a vibrant arts and cultural hub. And so today, I'm going to read the proclamation, and then I'm going to ask Dan Thompson, who's been incredible, really, really, truly, there from the very beginning, along with these amazing artists and members of WUDAC, who have truly been the engine behind this just beautiful, beautiful tradition. And he will, of course, then introduce everybody who is here after he makes, when he comes to make these remarks. And of course, I know that we have some of the posters from the Wheaton Arts Parade, as well as an amazing, right there, just incredible piece of art that very beautifully commemorates and captures what that hub, that center, the epicenter of Wheaton, which is the Marian Friar Plaza with the Park and Planning Building, what it represents. And I can just say that, I can leave the county council feeling really good about the fact that Wheaton now has that hub in the center where families can come together, where everybody can come and celebrate. It was a space that was needed, and it was something that was a real priority for me as I had the honor to represent this district and also to push for this revitalization project, which I know so many people now are able to enjoy. So the proclamation says this: whereas parades have long been a way of communities to come together to celebrate their history and accomplishments, cultures and social organizations, schools and children, businesses and public servants. And whereas the Wheaton Arts Parade was created in 2017 with a unique mission among area parades to bring the community together with art, showcase local artists, and give community the opportunity to meet the artists who live and work in their community. And whereas the Wheaton Arts Parade has been produced annually now for 6 years, bringing culture, music, and vibrancy to downtown Wheaton, and has expanded its activities to include an art gallery and public art installations, demonstrating that Wheaton is an arts-friendly community and an inviting place to live and work. And whereas the Wheaton Arts Parade helped to activate the Wheaton Arts and Entertainment District that had been lacking in performance and gallery venues by bringing art and performances to the streets and public open spaces where it could be appreciated. And whereas the Wheaton Arts Parade has been dedicated to the promotion of local art, the most recent being the installment of 7 pyramids throughout the downtown Wheaton Triangle, with each pyramid representing not only Wheaton's diversity, but values such as connectivity, unity, hope, culture, nature, and our shared experience through the pandemic. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby recognizes the impact of the Wheaton Arts Parade as an important cultural event in Montgomery County. This is presenting on the first day of November in the year of 2022 by myself, Councilmember representing this beautiful area of the county, Nancy Navarro, and by our Council President, Gabe Albornoz. Congratulations to all of you for making this happen. And Dan, I'm going to invite you over so you can receive the proclamation and you can also introduce our wonderful guests as well.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Navarro. You see behind me a collection of artists and supporters And they really represent 1/10 of all the people who have been involved since 2016, actually, when we came together to start the Wheaton Arts Parade. I'm just going to go through the group and introduce first Marta Taigara and Elizabeth Salazar. They are connected because not are they only part of our Spanish-speaking community. They are, Elizabeth started the Yarn Bomb, and the Yarn Bomb has become a feature of the parade since 2018 or 19, and they decorate the lampposts and the railings around the plaza, and so all year long they will be working with mainly women in the community to crochet designs and then install them. And Elizabeth and Felisa started that. Marta has been working on the Yarn Bomb, but she also is one of the pyramid artists this year. And you can see her pyramid in the town plaza. It's beautiful. To their left is Tricia Gooley with Einstein High School, the Visual and Performing Arts Academy. And when I had this crazy idea, I said, well, we can have a parade, but where are we going to get the artists? And it was then that I learned about the Visual and Performing Arts Academy, went over and met with the faculty, and we decided that Einstein was going to be a significant player, making floats and parade art, dancers, marching band, jazz band, and so every year they've been with us. And thank you very much for your leadership. To her left is Pablo Oliveira, and he is with Strathmore. Strathmore recognized the importance of this Arts Parade and Festival as a way to reach out to the eastern part of the county, to constituents that may not be coming to their performance center, and so they have been providing at least 3 performers every year to grace our festival. So we thank Strathmore for their participation. To Pablo's left is William Moore, and William Moore and Omar Lazo and I were on the Wheaton Arts, the Wheaton Urban District Advisory Committee when the idea for the parade was first circulated. We were trying to think of how can we activate the A&E district, and we had the taste of Wheaton, and we wanted to have a bookend in the fall. And so they have been with this idea from the start. William is the president of the Chamber of Commerce. He's the owner of the IHOP, and he has been active in all of the parades and festivals. We thank him. To his left is a graphic designer, and Laura Lee Palmer. Laura Lee is wearing the t-shirt that she helped design in our very first year, but she also is an artist at the gallery. She has been in every parade. She also does chalk art for the kids. And I'll say something about the t-shirt and the posters. Every year we have a contest for high school and college students. And this one was created by a student at the MICA, the Maryland College of Art. Yeah. Did I get it right? Anyway, Maryland Institute College of Art, Miriam Fuentes Romero. And every year we advertise in December, and we hope that we'll get lots of applicants. They can win a little money, $300, and their school gets money for art supplies. And next to Laura Lee, Alexander Slezak, who is the creator of one of this year's pyramids, giant pyramid. It's great to see. It creates an optical illusion. There's a lot of design, abstract design in it. She has also been an artist at our gallery, and she has also been in the parade. So that's Alexander Slezak. And I already mentioned Omar Lazo. Not only is he has been a member of WUDAC, but he's also on the chamber. He's also on our board, thankfully, and he also owns the Los Choros restaurant. And every year they're bringing pupusas to the parade and festival. Thank you, Omar. To Omar's left is Paige Friedemann, and Paige first came to meet us in 2017, and she was an origami artist, but she's also a dancer. And our first year, she had origami on a totem, carrying it in the parade. But after that, she led the summer workshops to create community floats. There's a giant walrus, there's a giant dragon. These were all done under her leadership. And then 2 years ago, she started taking over the management of the gallery. So thank you, Paige. And to Paige's left is Vicki Searles. Vicki is a watercolorist. She's an artist. She's holding a print of an oil pastel that she did of the 2020 pyramid installation. We couldn't have the parade that year because of the pandemic. Actually, it was Paige's idea to have public art, and I said, well, it's got to be a triangle. So the tetrahedron has become something of a motif for us. And so Vicki did this in a session of plein air organized by gallery artists, many of them with the Montgomery Art Association. We have connections to Gallery 209, Artists and Makers. We invite artists from all. I'm not an artist. I had to try and bring artists together. Anyway, so Vicki is also the administrator for the Chamber of Commerce, and she exhibits at our gallery. But this is just a handful of the spirit. I remember that very first year, after it was over, it was like, can you believe this is Wheaton? And it was a sunny day, a warm day, hot for December, and there were a lot of hugs, a lot of love. And after we did it, we had to keep doing it. And with your support, I hope we'll keep doing it forever. Felisa Fetterman. I won't. The reason I didn't mention this poster was because it wasn't done by a student, because this past year we only had 6 applicants, and it was a little bit of a disappointment. So we opened it up to all artists, and this, again, you can see the tetrahedron taking prominence, and this was done by Kat Brenowitz, a graphic artist. Felisa Fetterman, thank you, I'm glad you made it. Felisa did one of the first pyramids, the 4-footers, back in 2020, but she also is a fabric artist, she's a teacher, she has been exhibiting in our gallery, and she is one of the founders of the Yarn Bomb, she and Edith Salazar. So thank you very much, Felisa.
Well, and I think that we do need to acknowledge, Dan, that you are an artist, because it was, that vision, that creativity that has brought us this extraordinary tradition that will remain in Wheaton. So a round of applause for Dan. And really, in recognition and gratitude to all the artists, all the volunteers, everyone, because as I said earlier, I think the pandemic more than anything also reminded us of the importance of art. Many people really clung to art to be able to navigate this very stressful time. And I think now in Wheaton, once again, we will be able to see how this is going to evolve. And it's already anticipated every year by the community, but it's a wonderful way to also capture this extraordinary part of the county that is home to people from all over the world, and they can bring and they can showcase through art their own traditions, and also we can be reminded of what unites us, and we can celebrate our differences through art. So this is truly a lot more than what you see here, and so every year, just mark your calendars and be on the lookout, because you first have to go make sure you tour the pyramids, but then also look forward to participating in the parade. So now we're going to take a photo.